The frequency with which we've seen Lando Norris sullen and self-reflective post-race says a lot about his 2024 campaign. Having long since secured his status as one of the fastest drivers on the grid and finally got his hands on the race-winning machinery he's been clearly craving since his debut, there's no denying the fact that both he and McLaren have left a lot on the table during the first half of the season. The team will undoubtedly spend the summer break analysing the strategic and operational indecision that has repeatedly held them back this year, Hungary being the most prominent example, while Norris's issues are twofold: race starts and mindset. Too often we have seen him qualify alongside or even ahead of Max Verstappen, only to squander his chances of victory with a poor launch. This wouldn't be a seminal talking point had it only happened a couple of times, but having cropped up in Spa, Hungary, Spain and China, it is now a habit rather than a coincidence. Lando Norris's poor starts are a recurring trend, one that has prevented him from adding to that long-awaited first win in Miami, or mounting a serious challenge to Max Verstappen. Which brings me on to the second problem. Norris and McLaren have been touted as title contenders by the media for some time, and while that relatively slim 42-point gap in the Constructors' table entitles McLaren to that status, the same can no longer be said of Norris. The MCL 38's pace, along with a certain amount of wishful thinking, has led many in the press and public to view him as a title threat. However, with Verstappen extending his lead to 78 points despite a 10th-place grid penalty and lackluster pace at the last round in Spa, it's hard to imagine a scenario in which Norris will pose any meaningful threat from this point on. Harsh though it may seem, the best thing for Norris to do over the summer break would be to abandon any hopes of challenging Verstappen for the title. Look, I realise the ease with which I can say this sat at my desk. F1 drivers are among the most competitive people on the planet after all. But given the pressure Norris is clearly feeling, what with his teammate becoming a serious threat, one can't help but think that a shift in mindset would help alleviate some of that pressure and aid in Lando's development as a driver. Were he to approach the remaining 10 Grand Prix with the simple goal of doing the best job he can, irrespective of Verstappen, there's a genuine chance Norris could iron out some of the mistakes that have cost him thus far, add to his win tally, respond to the rapidly developing Oscar Piastri, and help McLaren claim a first Constructors' title since 1998.